So you're looking for the best Ayato setup and weapon, don't worry, I have you, but let me explain one thing before you get confused here. It's very important. This is the methodology behind this video and how we arrived at the numbers that you're gonna be seeing and the percentile differences that you'll be seeing here. So this is gonna be a level 90 Ayato, talent level 9, 140 ER. You're gonna need that to make sure that you have access to Elemental Burst when that does pop up. We're also gonna be using 2 uses of the elemental skill here and 1 use of the burst. It's because the burst has a 20-second cooldown and the elemental skill only has a 12-second cooldown, so it's a much closer to compare a 24 and a 20 than a 12 and a 20. That gives you much better numbers when you're trying to figure out what weapon works in the best circumstances. It's much more averaged out that way. So with that being said, today we're sponsored by Amazon in the Amazon App Store, featuring the Echoes of Mana coming out soon. If you're an RPG fan like I am, there's a great deal in the Amazon App Store currently for Echoes of Mana. Now, Echoes of Mana is going to feature a lot of old stay Mana characters like Randy and Prim. Hawkeye is going to be in here as well. And the featured deal here, and not only is the Amazon App Store a fantastic place for any game featured there, however, there's going to be a bonus. So if you go ahead and use 10,000 Amazon coins, you're going to get 1,000 Amazon coins back for this Echoes of Mana celebration collaboration with the App Store and Echoes. I've always been a big fan of all the Mana games, and I'm happy to see Randy and Prim and etc. back for this one as well. Sponsorship like this help the channel out significantly and make it possible for me to produce content for you guys. So go down to the description below, find that link, check it out, and let me know what you think. Now, we're going to show you 3 data sets. It's going to be weapons with one of the sets, Heart of Depths, weapons with the other set, the new one in 2.6, Echoes, and then it's going to be showing you weapons with the different sets, comparing the best of them all together. Now, don't worry, we're not going to show you just all these damage numbers thrown out. We're going to make it very easy to do. What you're going to be seeing here, what I'm going to showcase to you, there's going to be a median weapon. That means the average weapon. That one's going to be listed as 100% damage. The rest of them are either going to be lower percent than 100 or higher than 100, which makes it super easy to follow along. So the first one here, 4-piece Echo set, and we're going to be looking at the average weapon here that I'm showing you is based on a rank 1 Kageuchi. So that's going to be 100%. The ones lower than that, well, we're going to have access to the flute at just under at 99.92%. And then the worst weapons of all time to use on Ayato are going to be Sacrificial Sword as well as Favonius Sword. They don't really do a whole lot for him, those 2 weapons, but I did want to put them on there as the worst weapons by far. Now, our 5 version of the Kageuchi is going to give you a little bit more damage bonus here. You can see 104.6%. That is because at R5, which is a crafted weapon, easy to handle, easy to gain access to, it gives you a little bit more energy for your burst. So you can cut down from that 140% energy recharge to about 110. Now moving into the big boys here, Black Sword 110%. We also have rank 1 version of the Lion weapon at 112%. Now that weapon specifically is for electrocharged teams only, because you have to have someone affected by pyro or electro, and electrocharge is there pretty much all the time. So that's a very good weapon for him in that team composition. We also have access to Freedom Sworn. When that proc is active, it's going to give you 114% damage there. We have rank 1 of the Black Cliff at 115. That's with all 3 procs up for that 36% bonus attack. R5 of the Black Sword at 118%, and then both R5 versions of the Lion's Roar and the Black Cliff are right around 125, 126% damage bonus. Now the Black Cliff can be used in any team. The Lion's Roar is only for an electrocharge team with a Ayato in it. We have Summit Shaper 126%, and then we have the big 3, Mist Splitter at 135, Jade Cutter at 136, and then the new Haran at 143%. This is all in the Echo set though, so let's go check out the Heart of Depth set. Now, you can already see a change here because these worst weapons were both 86% before, now they're 90th percentile. R1 of Kageuchi is the 3rd worst in this lineup at 100%. Flute is now instead barely losing, it's barely winning. And then we have Aquila Favonius at 104%. R5 of the Kageuchi though is 105.9%. R1 version of the Black Sword, 107.4%. Skyward Weapon at 107.9%. Lion's Roar R1 at 109%. A little bit worse in the Heart of Depth set comparative to the Echo set there. And that is because, well, Lion's Roar likes to give you bonus damage percent. So does Heart of Depth. So they don't really like each other all that much. A little bit less damage in comparison to the other weapons in this set. Freedom Sworn here at 110% with that proc active. R5 Black Sword also taking a hit, 113%. And then we have Black Cliff R1 at 114% with max stacks. Lion's Roar R5, 120% this time. And then Black Cliff R5 is going to once again be right around that 125% mark, right next to the Summit Shaper. And then we have the top three once again with a little bit of a change here though. Mist Splitter still in third, 129%. Harada 135%. And then the number one weapon for Heart of Depths is Summit Shaper at 136.3%. Now those were the weapons compared to each other, all while wearing the same build. So to give you the top weapons, we're going to be using the best weapons in different builds and see exactly what weapon wants to be used in which build. And just like before, the median weapon is going to be the base. That is going to be the 100%. Now it's a different weapon this time. This time it's going to be a 4-piece Heart of Depths with a Haran R1. The best weapon for Haran isn't going to be Heart of Depths. That's why it's the median one. On the left side, you're going to see Heart of Depths setup. On the right side, you're going to see the Echo setup. So right side, you're going to have the best weapon, best build for Ayato in the game. R1 Haran and the Echo setup at 105.9%. However, second best setup is Heart of Depths with none other than a pretty old weapon, Jade Cutter at 100.8%. Third best weapon is going to be Haran and the Heart of Depths, and you can see the other ones follow suit. Let me break it down for you just a little bit. I think you're overthinking it here. So you can see the differences in the sets with the same weapon here. So if you want to be using the Jade Cutter, it's better off that you just use the Heart of Depth set comparative to buying and farming up a brand new echoing set. Same thing with Mist Splitter and Black Sword. All those older weapons, you don't really want to be using the new Echo set. So you can save a lot of resources, resin, time, and efficiency just using the older weapons with the Heart of Depth set. However, yes, it is true that the Echo set with the new Haran is better than anything else. However, is it that much better? If you have access to the older stuff, I wouldn't say so, but you can do with this data as you will. Want to see more stuff? Slap the sub and I'll see you next time.